Psychology says, friendship is not about who you spend the most time with, it's about who you have the best time with. A real man will cut off any female that threatens his relationship with his woman. A boy will make excuse. The worst feeling in the world is when you can't love anyone else, because your heart still belongs to the one who broke it. Don't let anyone know too much about you. The more they know you, the more they will take the advantage of you. Psychology says, a research found that 80% of people change their looks after a breakup. 80% of people use music as an escape from all the negative things in their life. 90% of people will text things that they could never say in person. Psychology says, don't overshare. Privacy is power. People can't ruin what they don't know. Pretending not to care is the habit of someone who generally cares the most. It is known as emotional defense mechanisms. Remove negative people from your life. The people you spend time with influence your attitude, thoughts and success more than you would think. The less you care, the happier you will be. If you want to be strong, learn to enjoy being alone. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. Open your mouth only if what are going to say is more beautiful than silence. You have never seen your face, only pictures and reflections of it. Don't take everything personally. Not everyone thinks about you as much as yourself does. Your brain will perform better when you believe you've slept well, even if you haven't. Psychology says, lack of communication can kill a great relationship. A person usually makes a lot of hand gestures when telling a true story. When telling a lie, a person's hands will stay noticeably still. You should not blame yourself for things you did in the past, when back then you didn't know what you know today. If you want to know someone loves you, look at his/her eyes. The pupils expands as much as 45% when we are in love. 60% of people fear that they care about a person way more than that person cares about them. If you can't get someone out of your mind, it means you are also on that person's mind. For 96% of women, being kissed on the neck by their partner is the most favorite things in life. When you give importance to people, they think that you are always free. But they don't understand that you make yourself available for them. Never change your originality for the sake of others. Because no one can play your role better than you. So be yourself. You are the best. People will always notice the change in your attitude towards them, but they will never notice it's their behavior that made you change. According to psychologists, if you are awake at night, it means that you are awake in someone else's dream. You can't read in a dream. Reading and writing are functions of different sides of the brain, which don't play a role in the process of dreaming. The most powerful thing in life is our thinking, which has ability to change any situation. Don't be afraid of losing someone who doesn't feel lucky to have you. Never stop being a good person because of bad people. When loves turn into hate, it's hard to love same person again, because it's not just heartbreak, it's trust break too. When someone cares for you deeply, always remember you are holding two hearts instead of one. The love you give yourself is more important than the love you get from others. The most dangerous feeling is jealousy. It creates insecurity, insecurity creates hatred, and hatred kills you softly. Best friends make the good times better and hard times easier. Understand that you own nothing. Everything that surrounds you is temporary, only the love in your heart will last forever. You have to walk away sometimes. You have to know when it's time to move on, to let go, and that's the hardest part, realizing how people change, how sometimes starting is the best thing to do. Don't think about what can happen in a month or in a year. Just focus on the 24 hours in front of you and do what you can to get closer to where you want to be. Nothing is worse than the silence between two people who fell in and out of love because one of them couldn't get their priorities straight. Before choosing the same person again, always remember when you were suffering alone, they were enjoying someone else's company. Ignoring her is only teaching her how to live without you. You think she is suffering, whole time she's adjusting. Motivate yourself, there will be no one for you at your bad times. No matter how good you are, people will only see your mistakes. Effort are useless when you are not the one they want. Life is not always about social media and relationship. Being single makes you realize that most of the fish in the sea aren't worth catching. Maturity is when you realize your goals are more important than love. Adulting is realizing all you need is a home, stable income, and a peaceful partner. Do you know why you are unhappy? Because there is a gap between what you want and your reality. If your absence doesn't affect them, your presence never mattered. Don't blame people for disappointing you, blame yourself for expecting too much from them. Take a break. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. You are more likely to be easily attracted to someone you have no chance with. Worrying is a waste of time. Good and bad things happen in life, you just have to keep living and not stress over what you can't control. Not being able to forgive someone causes resentment, which leads to bitterness, causing a person to always feel depressed and fatigued. Never cry for the person who hurts you, just smile and say thank you for giving me a chance to find someone better than you. Overthinking causes the human mind to create negative scenarios and/or replay painful memories. It may seem like arguing with your partner signals the end of a relationship, but it could actually help couples bond better. Research suggests that laziness is just a common part of being a teenager and does not reflect bad behavior. According to psychology, 2 effective ways to fight depression are exercising and spending time with pets. Love is when nothing is okay and everything hurting you a lot, but still you want the same person over and over again. If you really loves that person, learn to wait. Maybe you are not meant to together today but meant to be in the future. Never get too attracted to anyone unless they feel the same towards you, because one-sided expectation can mentally destroy you. The best feeling comes when you realize that you are perfectly happy with the people you needed the most. Respect others people's feelings. Even if it doesn't mean anything to you, it could mean everything for them. The only reason people take you for granted is because they assume you will always be there. Prove them wrong. When someone is creating distance from you, it may be because they are getting close to someone else. Psychology says, if you don't control your emotions, it will be manipulated against you. You got to train your mind to be stronger than your feelings, or else you'll lose every single time. Don't be too happy when people say they love you and care for you. The real question is, until when? Because just like season, people change. It's okay to cry if you are in pain. Remember, tears are prayer too. They travel to God when we can't speak.